Salve, guys. This is part 2 of the study guide, and where we last left off, your hero here was in the middle of butchering this sentence at the top of this page. While the last video was uploading, I went ahead and translated some of the others. So I'm going to go through them, but they're already written out for us. So not going to waste any more time. Let's do this. So let's correct this sentence that like I said, was butchering when the last video ended. Quod hanc potestatem magnum habemus, viri non nos sed alios polos edunt. So quod, always, because, or not always, but for us it's always. Because, and then everything else here, hanc potestatem magnum, that's all accusative. It's all receiving the action. And there's no nominative. So we got to look over here at the end of the verb, habemus. Ends with mus, so that means we are doing it. Habemus means we have. So, because we have this great power, viri, men, non, do not eat us, but other chickens. So, because we have great power, men don't eat us, but they eat other chickens. And that's basically it. All right, chapter 2. Negotia mihi est polos curare et auspicia referre. So this chapter is told from Marcus's point of view, and he says, Negotia mihi est, the job for me is, or more plainly, my job is, polos curare, to care for the chickens, and to report the omens. Deideaeque eos amanet potestatem magnam polis dant. Deideaeque, the gods and goddesses, eos amant, love us. Eos is one of those pronouns, plural, accusative. And not us, but them, on my bad. So, the gods and goddesses love them and give to the chickens, or give the chickens, great power. Frumentum Pulli Sacri valde placet. So we got placet is pleasing to the chickens, very grain. Or the chickens really like, the sacred chickens really like the grain. Is really the way you can say that. Saipe non simul sed bis cibum picio do. Often, saipe, I give dough to picio, cibum, food, non simul sed bis, not once but twice. You could say this in a bunch of ways. Often I give picius food, not once but twice. Things like that, you know. But that's the general idea of the sentence. Tum polis cibum edente specto. Then I watch the chickens eating food. Ubi nos cibum pullis damus et pulli cibum adere volunt. Deideaeque sunt laeti. When we give food to the chickens, and the chickens want to eat, the gods and goddesses are happy. Consul tristis est quod bellum gerere non potest. The consul is sad because he is not able to wage the war. All right, chapter 3, told from the point of view of Claudius, the consul. Quod ego sum consul Romanus, negotia mihi est bellum gerere. Because I am a Roman consul, the job for me is, or my job is, to wage war. Nunc bellum contra Carthaginem and Sicilia gerimus. Now, we are waging war against Carthage in Sicily. Ego non saepe polarium auspicium referre audire nolo. I do not often want to hear the Polarius reporting the omens. Or I do not often want to listen to, I do not often want to hear or listen to the chicken keeper report the omens. Something like that. I guess. Ego polum, nomine picius edere volo, quod est magnus. I want to eat the chicken named Picius because he is thick, or magnus, large, big, great. Ubi polarius auspicium referre non potest, ego bellum gerere non possum. When the Polarius, or the chicken keeper, is not able to report the omens, I am not able to wage war. And when ubi ego bellum gerere et viros necare non possum, sumiratus. When I we got two infinitive phrases here. To wage war and to kill men. And we have non possum. I am not able. So, when I am not able to wage war and kill men, I am angry. Yikes. All right. Really gives you an insight into the mindset it takes to become the Roman version of a president. Capitulum quator. This is told from the point of view of Piccius the chicken. Mihi placet aquam bebere. It is pleasing to me to drink water, or I like to drink water. Said Valde mihi placet adere fermentum. But I really like eating grain. We love Marcus very much because he cares for us. Notice how it's karat. That's how we know it's he cares, and then nos is the accusative for us. As opposed to here where it ends with mus, meaning we are doing it. Hodie laetiet fortunati sumus, quod Marcus non simil non bis sed ter cibum dat. Today we are happy and fortunate because Marcus gave food not once, not twice, but thrice. Or you could say 3 times for ter. Quod Marcus multum cibi nobis iecit, nobis fermentum adere non possumus. Because Marcus threw to us much food, nos fermentum adere non possumus, we, non possumus, are not able, or we can't, eat the grain, fermentum. All right, now we're on chapter 5. Marcus's point of view, the chicken keeper. Negotium mihi est non solum pullus crari, sed etiam auspicia referre. My job is not only to care for the chickens, but also to report the omens. Quod consul bellum gerere volt, necesse est mihi pullus ad Siciliam portare. Because consul bellum gerere volt, because the consul, one moment. Sorry, I accidentally paused in the middle of that, so that was kind of an abrupt stop. Let's start back from the beginning. Because the consul wants to wage war, necesse est mihi, necessary it is for me, or it is necessary for me, or I need to carry the chickens ad Siciliam, to Sicily. Wants to wage war. I need to carry the chickens to Sicily. Nolo pullus ad Siciliam portare. Nolo. I don't want portare, to carry. Polos, the chickens, to Sicily. Oops. Oh, man. All right. Bellum gerere non potest quod non est quote unquote fortunatus. The consul is not able to wage war because he is not fortunate. Fortuante. Claudius, quo meus polos sacros portas? Claudius. Quo means to where, or it's like, we don't normally say ubi means where. Quo can also mean where. The difference is when you say ubi, you're talking about something stationary, not moving. So it's like, where are my keys? Ubi sunt keys, right? But you say quo when you say like, where are you going when there's motion? So like, so in this case, quo means where are you carrying my sacred chickens? So obviously we can tell from that Claudius is taking the chickens somewhere. He's on the move. So where are you carrying my chickens? You could also translate this more literally as to where, even though normally we would just say where. I'll do that to make it a little less ambiguous. All right, chapter 6. This is Claudius's point of view. Valde mihi placet bellum gerere. I really like to wage war. Ego bellum gerere contra Carthaginem volo. I want to wage war. Where? War against contra Carthage. Viri alios polis necanet edut, quod alii Pulli potestatem non habent. Men necant et edut. kill and eat alios Pullis, other chickens. Quod, because alii Pulli, other chickens, potestatem non habent, do not have power. Claudius hos Pullus curat, quod dei deaeque eos amant. The chicken keeper cares for, not for the chickens, hos Pullus, for these chickens. Quod, because the gods and goddesses, dei deaeque, love them. Fortasse Pulli non potestatem non habent. Perhaps these chickens, Pulli, don't have power. Don't know what that non is doing there. I'm guessing that was either a mistake by me or if that's how it was originally written by the author. Pullus in mare yakio. Yakio, I throw. I throw the chickens into the sea. Quod Pulli adere no lunt, bibunt, because the chickens won't eat or don't want to eat. Let them drink. So that bibunt right there is a special form of bibunt, or as you'd normally see it, bibunt. If it ends with a unt, it just means they drink. When it's bibunt, it means let them drink. It's actually something the Latin 3 people are learning about right now. Just for now, if you see bibunt, just know it means let them drink. Ego ero fortunatus consol. I will be a fortunate consul. Ero is just the future tense of soon. All right, we're almost there. Romae non habitamus sed viros Romanos spectamus. This chapter is told from the point of view of the gods. We don't live, Romae, in Rome, but said we watch the Roman men. Viros Romanus, Roman men. Nostris Pullus sacra spectamus quod eos valde amamus. We watch our sacred chickens because we love them very much. Eos is them, valde very much, amamus we love. Negotium nobis est. The job for us is, or our job is, auspicium dare, to give, dare, auspicium, the omen. Negotium consilius non solum bellum gurere, sed etiam auspicium audire. The consul's job is not only to wage war, but also to listen to the omen. Romani fortunate esse non possunt, quod Carthago magnas naves habet. The Romans, non possunt, aren't able, esse, fortunati esse, to be, esse means to be, fortunati, fortunate, quod, because Carthage, Rona, Carthage, has large ships. Said Claudius, Deus deasque audire non vult. But Claudius does not want, non vult, audire, to listen to the gods and goddesses. So you can assume how things are going to go for Claudius. Hint, they lose. All right, so we only have a minute left, so I'm going to end this video here in the third. Sure. In the third video, we'll go over the English to Latin and the pronouns and the idiomatic phrases at the end. Vale.